Hello everybody, it's me, your host, Chef James. Take a couple weeks off. We had Father's Day, we had my youngest son's birthday, a lot of stuff going on, and it's also the end of school, so it's been a very, very busy time. So we're back. My next video we're going to do today is from Sam the Cooking Guy. We've never had Sam the Cooking Guy on before, so we're going to definitely do this video and see what it's like. Couple quick things. One, I'm wearing my kids' headphones because I can't find my earbuds, so that's why I look a little out of place. Two, the last video I posted, the algorithm clearly is disliking me. Just saying that because it's got 40 views at this time of posting. It's been up for 3 weeks, and it was a reaction to a Guga video. I usually get between 500 to 1,000 views on a Guga video. It's got a 6-point-something% click-through rate, which is a little higher than most of my videos. It's just gotten almost no impressions, which is kind of disappointing. I hope you go back and watch it after this. Alright, now I have no idea who Sam the Cooking Guy is. I just typed in cooking in Google, or in the YouTube search, and this was a video in the top 5. So here we're gonna go.
Get ready to say hello to your new summer grilling best friend. A couple of years ago, I did a grilled chicken thing here. I think we called it the chicken that we make all the time. Is that what it is? Something like that.
Can't stop making.
The chicken we can't stop making. Anybody that's ever had it at my home loves it. Anybody that's ever made it, and by the way, it's in Sam the Cooking Guy and the Holy Grill, out now in stores. Link below. Anybody that's made it says it's fantastic. It's great. We made our own naan for it. It was tremendous. So we're going to do a steak version today, Mediterranean in nature. We'll call it a little Italian-esque salsa. And I have a huge cheat for the naan. It's one ingredient. You're going to like it. Here's the order. Season the steak, make the little salsa, make a little yogurt thing, cook.
Now that's a good order because it'll let the steak temper and come to room temperature. You don't want to cook cold steaks. Also, seasoning it beforehand will allow penetration of the salt and pepper.
Rub first. Begins with smoked paprika. I know people always say you use the same shit all the time. Well, it's good shit, so use it. Cayenne pepper. You can use
That's like me. I like to put cumin in everything. Cumin's one of my favorite spices, so I put cumin in everything.
less if you want. Recipes below, by the way. You don't have to use a cayenne pepper, but I think you should. Cumin, kosher.
See, he just used cumin. Goes in everything. I also use thyme for almost every beef or pork dish I make gets thyme.
Salt and some ground black pepper. By the way, this is called the pepper cannon. I'm not pimping it. I'm just saying it's a ridiculous instrument for ground black pepper. In fact, watch this. One grind is like 400 grinds on everybody else's grinder. And if you like ground pepper like Kelly does, you'll get one. There's that. We mix and use your finger because it's really the best thing you've got. Remember, it's right at the end of your hand. You don't have to reach for it. And now our steak. I'm using hanger. We used it recently, didn't we? I love it. The supermarket now carries it regularly. I'm so happy. A little bit of olive oil all the way around.
Hanger is a great steak. It's got a lot of flavor and it's not going to be as expensive as a New York strip or a filet. I don't even think it's going to be as expensive as the sirloin. Hanger is an amazing steak if you're going to want to eat a lot of steak.
It's going to help with us seasoning stick, and we season just evenly all the way around. This is about 0.6 of a pound. I don't know how many ounces that is, but this is going to make, 3 or 4 of these really easily. Don't forget the ends. And then when you've got it all on, do what Gordon Ramsay says. Then you fucking wanker. Then just mop up the extra seasoning on the deck. Sorry, that was Irish or something. I don't know. I get confused. Okay, these, they're going to sit for 5 or 10 minutes while we make our little salsa. All right, our little salsa consists of the following. Some diced cucumber, diced mixed colored tomatoes, red onion. By the way, I love where this is headed. Some olives, or as Max used to say when he was a little kid, olives. Some Italian parsley. I'm a fan of the curly parsley. Oh, not today. I can break out of my shell. Some capers, because they're the best. That little briny, salty add that they bring is fantastic. Little Italian oregano. I don't know why I said that. It's probably not Italian oregano. I'm just in that mindset. I actually think it's Mexican oregano because it's much less expensive at the store. Little garlic press. A little red wine vinegar, a little olive oil, recipe below, and some lemon juice. Just squeeze through your hand, so no seeds.
That looks really good except for the capers. I'm not the biggest fan of capers. I find them to be a little too briny for me. When people ask me what a caper tastes like new waitresses at the restaurant, I tend to say, think of all the big flavor of an olive shoved into something the size of a pea. I personally think they're fucking gross.
And this we will mix. Man, this is going to be fresh, clean, super flavorful, and even more flavorful if you had some salt that I forgot. One more thing to make before we can cook. Super simple, non-fat Greek yogurt. And if you didn't have non-fat Greek yogurt, Max, what could you use?
Fat Greek yogurt.
Yes. Or?
Sour cream.
Yes, that's the answer I was looking for. Sour cream. Garlic.
Low-fat Greek yogurt.
Yes, any yogurt. Yogurt.
Coconut yogurt.
Garlic. Yes. Little lemon juice, little salt, Italian parsley. That's going to be damn fine, Skippy. Let's go to the grill. Right.
You could probably get away with cottage cheese too. Hey, I hate to interrupt the video, but if you're getting any value out of this, could you please hit that subscribe button and leave a comment down below?
You know, I'm a fan of spraying my grill. Well, not when they're cast iron grates like this. The old grill, yes. Cast iron, you don't want to use that spray. It'll gunk them up. Neutral oil on a towel like this. A couple of wipes. Bob's your uncle. We come back with our hanger, and on we go.
The other thing you can do is if you have New York steaks, and if you have a whole strip loin and you're cutting them up into steaks and you're going to go trim some of the fat cap off, you can rub them down with the fat cap.
Guys are essentially rectangles, four-sided, and you know my system. I turn a lot. Minute or so turn, minute or so turn. Even turning all the way gives you an even temperature, color of doneness inside. So that's what we're gonna do. I never stray from that. I'm sure there's people that disagree, and I don't care. This works for me. It only matters what works for you. If you want to throw it on, turn it on high, leave it on one side, don't even flip it, then folks, that can be what you do. I don't think that's gonna work, but all right, so it's been, what, a minute? Let's look. Nice, so let's turn. We'll yank, I don't know, somewhere between 130 and 135. Let them rest. Then we have another thing. Remember I said there was a one ingredient hack? Well, it's coming up. Time.
So from its shape, it's very similar to a pork tenderloin. If you have any experience cooking pork tenderloin, it would translate well over to this.
Love it. I love this little cut. If you don't see it where you buy meat, ask for it. And if they don't have it, kick them in the nuts and go find another store. Okay, don't do that. I don't want butchers across the country getting mad at us. Okay, another turn. Let's go this direction now. And while these guys are working their way to being beautiful, let me show you what we're doing with the hack. See this? This is a 1 pound store-bought pizza dough that I'm gonna cut in quarters. And this is gonna be our naan thing. Hang on. Here you go. It's a 1/4 pound. Olive oil on the bottom, olive oil now in my hands. And here's what I want to do. I'm going to stretch this out. I'm going to make it sort of, non-shape. Ovally kind of guy. You know, the glutens don't always want to help, but we're getting close. This is an easy way to do this. Meanwhile, let's not ignore our steak.
So it's a non-naan because he's using pizza bread. I like it.
Let's turn again. See how we're looking. Let's get a temperature here. Ow. 123. Shit, it's hot. If I could come over here and do it. Watch. Off the heat. Wow, I'm getting smarter in my old age. There you go. You got that? 126. Kind of in the middle, 125. Excellent. And this big boy is going to be less. There you go. 117. All right. Let's go 133 on both, shall we? For now, they just keep cooking. And we're there. Off we go. We'll let these guys rest. 10 minutes. And then we make our little pizza naan-like thing. And here we go, like this. Perfecto. I got smart. I put it on this so I could just slide them off like you just saw. Because sometimes when the dough is super soft like this and you go to pick it up, it lands and it ends up a really weird effing shape. Which
I did a video a number of years ago where I showed how to blind bake pizza. And I think I did it on the barbecue. Blind baking a pizza shell would be just like this. You bake the pizza with no topping on it to get a little crust first before you top it. There's a great blooper on there. I turned it into a reel. I burned myself pretty bad.
Sausage.
you just deal with, we call it rustic, but still. So this is going to be, maybe I turn the heat down a little bit. It's going to be maybe 3 minutes aside. If I take my Sam the Cooking Guy fork, Max, that comes with the carving knife, and I lift up, you can start to just see little color. So we'll go, a minute or so, then maybe give it a little turn. We want this not to be burned up. We still want it to be kind of soft inside and fluffy. That's our goal. And of course, we're doing both sides. So I think we can do a little 45 here. Let's look first. See how pretty? Love it. So just like that. Another minute and a half or so, we'll flip him over. Okay, I'm gonna flip this kid, but before I do, we'll give him a little light brushing. Ow, 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 ow. Beautiful. Little less time on the second side. And look, that. Puffy, beautiful, delicious. Guys, we're building.
I'm surprised he doesn't transfer his steak method of constant little flips to ensure an even center to the bread of constant little flips to ensure an even floofiness.
First things first, cut some slices. Grain runs like this. We always cut against, and when you do, you shorten up those fibers. Look how beautiful that is. So I'm gonna cut this thin. I like the idea of it being, super thin bites, not big piece. I always say, think about how somebody's gonna eat something. If you put a chunk in like this, it's just not gonna eat as nicely. So make it easy for them. I was just saying to the boys, sorry to pimp, but this Sam the Cooking Guy 5-inch Santoku knife is really becoming a utility knife for me. I'm finding I'm using it for all kinds of things. And if it's a smaller hand situation, then this might be your perfect knife.
You know what they say about small hands.
Small hands Santoku knife.
Use small knives easier.
That's what they say. Remember this? There's one more thing before we serve it, and I'm gonna add some crumbled feta for big flavor. And I don't like to put it in too early because I feel like sometimes it gets a little soggy and I want to keep it sort of cool and fresh. You know how much better that just got? There's our guy. There's our beautiful guy. And here's our beautiful little yogurt.
So he was calling it an Italian salsa, but really with that feta in there, and he's got some tomatoes and cucumbers, it's really more like a Greek salad. And I know you're gonna get Greek salads at your local restaurant, and they might put it on lettuce, but a traditional proper Greek salad has no lettuce in it at all. It's tomatoes and cucumbers are the base, and then you're gonna add in peppers, onions, olives, feta cheese, hard-boiled egg, basically everything he has in there. So Sam, you're really close. The Roman Empire and the Greek Empire were neighbors.
Don't be a cheap ass when it comes to this part because it's so good. This is the really cool, refreshing part.
Yeah, especially with the wanting to use the low-fat Greek yogurt. I'm surprised, even he said it himself, though, when he was calling it Italian oregano. He said, I don't know why I'm saying that. I'm in an Italian mood. Because he said it's probably Mexican oregano at its price. So maybe he's just in an Italian mood for no reason, and he's using, this is really a Greek dish.
And by cool, I mean temp, not hip. Oh, our steak. This might be the greatest summertime thing ever. And now, you don't want to overdo the salsa, so don't. You just want some. Shit. Make sure you get some capers too, because that will provide maximum brininess, acidity-ness, deliciousness. That is what it should be all about. That is what it is all about. That's what she's talking about. That's what she wrote. That doesn't make sense.
That's what Guy Fieri shoved up his ass.
God, stop it. Well. Look what we've done here. Any idea how good that's going to be? Only one way to find out. Let's have a bite. Motherfucker. The spice on...
Okay, so I'm going to cut him off before he does the description. Just because he's going to say it's awesome. Nobody ever says that their own food sucks, except for me once in a while. He's going to tell us that, the acidityness of the capers adds an extra level, the salt's right on. He's going to say all kinds of bullshit. True or not, I'm going to lean towards true with Sam here because I know all those ingredients very well, and I know exactly what he just did, just from my experience. That looks like a top-notch, like a flatbread style you'd get at your local, like your local chain restaurants probably have something very similar, and this is a much more elevated version. Just because they're buying the bread already, like in 50-pound boxes of frozen bread and stuff that comes in like dozens in the bags. You just go grab one, warm it up on the grill kind of thing. And that's what they're doing, and they're not going to be resting the steak for as long. I think 10 minutes a little on the long side. To me, I like to have my steak. I like the outside of it to be hot, so I don't rest my food quite that long. Or if I do, I refire it just for a quick second, just to get that outside heat again. I don't generally just let it sit there and get cold. It looks like a very elevated flatbread style dish that you would get at a chain restaurant. Something that I think I am going to try making this summer. It looks amazing. Looks like it'd be a great appetizer at a dinner party or a great lunch. As a standalone dinner meal, for me, it's not the right size. You'd have to probably have 2 of them. Actually, if you did 1 chicken and then did 1 beef, and if you had like 4 people coming over and made 4 of each, that, couple light beers or a bottle of wine, whatever your mood is, and you got the little tiki torches going, that could be a nice evening in the backyard. Alright, well, I didn't find anything really to shit on him here. He said this is the beef version of a chicken dish, so maybe I'll go back and watch the chicken version, and I'll post that sometime soon.